Hello twin flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. Welcome to my channel, whether you're new or you're coming back. We are gonna do a daily DF check-in, and today the questions I'm gonna be asking from the cards is gonna be what is going on with the energy of each of the collectives between DFs and DMs, and the second question will be what kind of action are the twins taking towards each other at this time. We'll also post some messages between the twins, and we'll start with an oracle deck. This is the Wisdom of the Oracle, so let's get a card for Divine Feminine first of all. The card is Truth Be Told. I think we got it the other day, actually. I'm not sure whether it was for DFs, but anyway, this is the general, and like I'm seeing the hearts, I'm immediately thinking about the Lovers card and number 6, which is the 6 months of June that we're in. So the Lovers energy is pretty big right now during June. So yeah, to me this is like, especially because the Lovers card itself originally included the meaning of making a choice, right? And this is clearly a choice to be authentic and truthful in whatever it is you're trying to express, even if you don't think it's going to be met with approval, even if you don't think you're going to succeed or that the other person will reciprocate, right? That's the whole premise actually. But if you are being your true self, right, the premise is that that love will get reciprocated to you, and that's what is needed in a situation right now, to open up new opportunities with that window that we could see in the card. We have for Divine Masculines. It's like nothing else will actually go through. No manipulation, no feeling of guilt and shame, nothing like that, not to trying to please someone, right? It's like it's supposed to be really, really pure. For the masculines, we have the Fates, number 17. So this is about that good luck, right? This is also a bit of a star card, which is also about luck, also about hope, and about the big dreams coming true. So yes, the Fates are basically working towards fulfilling your dream, making your wish come true, as long as you stay on course and whatever you are doing in your life is in alignment with this dream, it is gonna happen. It is coming around. All the major manifestations take some time, even if there is a clear divine orchestration in them. But this is the part where if you wish, our faith is tested to a certain extent, and we are supposed to show through that time that we're still serious about it, that we still believe in it, and we are confident that it will come true. Okay, for the main reading, I'm going to use the gold foil tarot today. The clarifications will be the regular tarot. So they're pretty much the same decks, but this is so much more fun. So yeah, we'll see those different aspects of this is going to be more of a 5D space versus the regular tarot is going to be more of a 3D. Which also makes sense if you think about it as a yin and yang, right? Yin is about more of intuitive space, 5D space, and yang is more about 3D, about thoughts and actions. So yeah, I think it's all matching pretty nicely. And by the way, guys, if you like what I'm doing, don't forget to like the video, add a comment, and share it with other people who may be interested. I also do personal readings, so if you're interested in that, hit me on the email address or through the website. The website is mindfulbamboo.com. Okay, so for the feminines, we have Page of Cups, 9 of Swords, and 4 of Cups in reverse. Let me see what we get for DMs, and I'll speak on that in a moment. Page of Swords in reverse. Okay, so quite a bit of page energy. So please clarify. Judgment and 10 of Cups. Wow. 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 Okay, big energies. Bottom of the deck, temperance. Yeah, so I was just talking about yin and yang, and I have a feeling that I had the feeling actually when I was talking about that, that there is a big alchemical reaction going on right now, where these energies are being mm, not necessarily mixed, but they're kind of being rebalanced in the way that they're expressed, right? And not necessarily so they're expressed 50-50, but so that they're expressed as required by the situation. Because we all know that we both have masculine and feminine energy in us. And although there is one prevalent energy in everyone, at certain times we are embracing more of one energy or another one, depending on what the situation is asking of us. That's how we can get more in touch with it, more familiar, and understand how it's working, which gets us to understand ourselves better and also understand other people better, especially those with the opposite energy, because naturally it's not as intuitive and straightforward for us. But when we know how to embrace that opposite energy, then we get to a completely next level when it comes to empathy and actually understanding how the other person, what they're going through, right, and how they see the situation. Because a lot of times it happens on that cellular level that you can't necessarily just logically describe. So anyways, we have for the feminine, we have Four of Cups in reverse, and we have Page of Cups and Nine of Swords. So Divine Feminine is saying she doesn't care for, I'm gonna say she, but take the gender how it resonates for you. And by the way, happy Pride Month. For Divine Feminines, they don't care about the unrequited love anymore, right? They're like, I'm not even gonna spend my energy on it. Like, it's not worth it. I'm just gonna waste my time, right? Even if it's just me thinking about it, right? It's causing anxiety and I don't care for it. So it's like, it's being released, right? So that something beautiful can come in, because Page of Cups, it's like either a message of love, or it's, to me, oftentimes it's learning how to express yourself in love, right? So it's like focusing more on that positive side. And also I'm hearing on those relationships and those people who are not holding back, who want to share their love with Divine Feminine, not be like all in their head, right? But they don't hold back, right? And that's worth appreciating, celebrating, and contributing to, right? Interacting with those kind of people. Even if it's something small, as long as it's kind, as long as it's loving, that's something, right? It can be even like, I don't know, it can be a stranger, it can be a cashier at a grocery store, or I don't know, it can be your dentist, it can be somebody like literally in the street, right, who gave you like a helping hand, or gave you a compliment, or just was kind to you and smiled, and that's already something, right? So all of those things matter, no matter how big or small. And especially it's important as we notice them and respond with that energy of love, right? It amplifies the power multiple times, as opposed to being there is still some anxiety. There we go. That's what that is. There's still some anxiety over certain karmic burdens, but right now this energy of love is helping rebalance this kind of energies and focus more on this rather than on this. So DF is still processing those different karmic burdens and concerns, right? But it doesn't stop her from acknowledging those acts of love and kindness. But the masculine, big energies here. We have the major arcana was the Judgment and the Ten of Cups. So DMs are actually getting grips of what that emotional fulfillment would mean for them in a bigger picture. This Ten of Cups is actually a bigger picture. And I mean, in the Rider-Waite, it has like a couple of adults and then a couple of kids, right? But in other decks, we see a lot of times it's like the community, right? It's multiple people gathering together and celebrating this joy and love and happiness, right? So it's like your surrounding is supposed to be, again, reflecting or vibrating on that level, right? It's not just going to be you isolated and then everybody else can do whatever they want, right? It matters very much. And this is getting DMs to a more specific space where they understand how can that be arranged, right? Or how would they like to build this life where this is accessible, where this is real, this is possible. So, and another page energy here. So they are getting some thoughts of how this may not necessarily work. Their brain is rushing to conclusions of like, no, this is too unrealistic, or this is gonna take like years and years to create that environment, or I've already experienced so much trauma that I don't think that I can trust my environment that much to be in that space, right? So there are all these considerations flying around in the energy, but the important part is the Judgment card is the actual divine intervention that I just spoke about a little earlier, right? So there is a divine intervention that's helping DMs, and the angelic help, the archangels are helping DMs to embrace it in a healthy way, so that it doesn't become like an a dream that is always out of reach, just a little bit, but it becomes something real and something that they believe they can create for themselves. Okay, the second question is, what action are the twins taking towards each other? Let's start with divine feminines. Okay, and masculines. Oh my god, there's another Temperance. And Magician. Oh wow. Yeah, I mean, we saw the fates to begin with for divine masculines. Looks like they're having major intervention from the divine at this time. Very interesting. Okay, look at that. Ooh, it's very interesting, kind of like pulsating energy between DF and DM, and how they're exchanging. We noticed the exchange between like masculine and feminine, I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before, where feminine was more in a masculine energy, masculines were more in a feminine energy, right? And now we're seeing this pulsating energy between building something new and loving versus removing some blocks, right? Those are different activities. And usually it's like a sinus curve, right? We have both of those present in our journey, and they how do you say it? Yeah, they exchange one another, right? So you have one, then another, one, then another, right? Both of them are equally important. And from what I can see, DFs is still removing some of those blocks, and they are a little bit different. These are more in the karmic burdens. I was just talking about it actually, so I won't repeat this. So this is still working through some karmic burdens that are weighing on them too much, that are taking too much of their energy and time and resources, and do not allow to fully come into this connection. This one is more about the mindset and our thinking. So like it all looks good on paper, that's what I'm hearing, but when it comes to a real deal, are they gonna come through? Because a lot of times with these connections, there's a lot of energetic communication, there's a lot of preparation, right? And up until the end, you don't necessarily know how it's gonna work out, right? So it's not like in the usual relationships where you kind of like get there gradually, or you spend a lot of time together, right? And then it kind of falls into place more naturally, right? This is where you didn't have much communication, didn't have it, and then boom, and you are together, and you wanna be each other's partners in basically every aspect of your life, right? So it goes from, well, maybe not zero, but you know, like from the kind of beginning stages to the final stages very quickly. It's a big leap. So there is this doubt and concern how it's going to work out on both sides, right? It's not like there's just one specific twin that is going to be better or worse at this, right? There's a concern on both sides, really, or about both sides. Now, let's look at, and so basically DF is working on her own stuff, both the mindset and the karmic clearing in preparation. Look at the cards for the masculine. We have another temperance card and we have the magician, right? Again, a huge wave of support from above, from the higher power, from the guides, in what needs to be manifested into life. How do you, this is also a preparation stage basically, right? So what do I need to bring into my life in order to be ready for this union, in order to be offering my DF what she deserves, what I feel is going to be right for us in our earthly life and existence, right? So this is like these manifestation questions that are coming through the clearing, through the alchemical reaction that I was talking about over here with this temperance, right? In the 5D, right? This is like now seeing what is going to be a balanced solution in 3D for us. What do we need? Not to overdo it and not to go into the ego, right? But also have enough to be happy, to be comfortable, not to worry about stuff. Okay, last but not least, let's get messages between the twins. First we'll get the message. Oh, and by the way, at the bottom of the deck for this question was the Wheel of Fortune. So definitely there are some destined events coming into play in the nearest future. So yeah, twins are about to see some surprises. That's what I'm getting. So messages from DMs to DFs. Okay, let me pick up the card. We have, I worry about us a lot. You're on. You are so beautiful. Why do you need me? And I need more time. Yeah, so this is almost a response to the questions we had the other day where DFs are wondering if DMs care that way, if they still coming, like if they have that purpose, if they're still serious, right? And so they're basically saying you're wrong to think that I'm not serious, or I'm not working on it, or I'm not thinking about you, right? Of course I do. And I'm actually insecure about how much, like where I am now, and you know, where I'm supposed to be a worthy partner, for us to build a happy life, right? This is what I was just talking about, and this is gets into message I worry about us a lot. And basically they say I need more time, which is exactly what we saw, right? Both twins are in preparation mode right now, so DMs are becoming more conscious of what is it that they're supposed to bring into their life to prepare for this life together. Messages from feminines to masculines. Okay. Here we have, I'm manifesting you. This is a response to the magician card on the masculine side. Your family won't like me. Sometimes wonder if you care. I just spoke about it, so this message is still here. That's the Two of Swords, actually, which I spoke about as well. And the response from DMs, we already received it. And then yeah, nah. You know, I wonder, and then I'm thinking, yeah, nah. When I get back into balance, that's what Divine Feminine is saying. When I get back to the balance into self, when the temperance energy is playing out on my end, then I understand that all of this is nonsense. And yeah, I put it aside and I don't let it ruin my day and ruin my manifestation journey, which of course is aimed at bringing us together and bringing this union together, bringing the union closer. Okay, I hope this was good for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you all, and I will be back with more readings very, very soon.